Good evening and welcome. Tuesday night football on Paramount Plus. And after just a 4-day break for our two sides, Perth Glory take on Brisbane Roar at Macedonia Park. It's Perth Glory's temporary home this season, and a successful one at that so far. Undefeated in their 3 matches here so far this campaign. A third win in 4 will send them to within striking distance of the top 6. For the home side, looking for back-to-back wins for the first time in over 2 seasons. They're without injured imports, Aaron McInnes and Salim Khalifi, but Ruben Zadkovic, the coach, does welcome back the Englishman. Mark Beavers from a back injury, Ryan Williams also from illness. There's the former Brisbane Roar player, Luke Ivanovic, making back-to-back starts, along with Adam Zimmerino, who starts for the first time after 5 games off the bench. Well, for Brisbane Roar, they travelled straight to Perth from Melbourne after their 1-0 victory over Melbourne Victory. Warren Moon, the coach, who is still without his captain, Tom Aldred, with that throat complaint and concerns over his voice box, hoping he will be fine and back shouting at his fellow defenders in weeks to come. The starting 11 is unchanged from that victory over Victory, with Carlo Armiento, the former Perth midfielder who has scored 2 in 3, and Jay O'Shea captaining the side. They are the goal threats, along with Mile Uznic up front. And a little false start just to get us underway, with Luke Ivanovic looking to take off down the flank. And now we are underway in the tight confines of Macedonia Park. A temporary home for Perth Glory, but one that's been shining on them so far, and they'll be hoping to start to string together some positive results here. Grace Gill, former Matilda, joining me in commentary, because they've got 7 out of 8 games here at home at Macedonia Park coming up over the next month and a half, and a string of results could really turn this season around for a side that finished bottom of the pile last time out.
Oh, thanks so much, Robbie. And Perth really looking to make Macedonia Park a fortress, and you could see the gusto in which they started the game last week against the Western Sydney Wanderers, and you could tell the instruction from Zadkovic had just been to go out of the gates hot, and they did exactly that.
There is a feeling, while obviously Perth Glory look forward to coming back to HBF Park, there is a feeling that this is a good option for them at the moment, that the atmosphere is good, that a lot of people at the club enjoy coming here to work, to do their matches, and the fans are close, and it's a good home ground.
Yeah, it certainly has that feel about it. Tight-knit community, 5,000-seater. We've got a couple of thousand people in there, the atmosphere and the energy. And certainly last week in Perth's results, you heard every single one of those fans getting around the Glory.
Here's Hingett. Oh, good pressing from Amini. Zimmerino now. He's got Clisby onto the left. Clisby's got a good left foot on him. And that strike low and hard, and well stopped by Jordan Holmes.
That's good from Perth. That press we saw from them last week, really effective. Been able to pinch the ball in their attacking half, and it's a solid save down to his right from Jordan Holmes. Unsurprising, he's been spectacular all year for Brisbane. But that's a great play on the counter there from Perth Glory, really well managed.
Bodner. Beavers. Bodner. Just playing that role. Now Williams, he's one that can take players on, that can make something happen. Dispossessed by Knowles that time. Chapman back to Holmes. Crowd getting on the back. You hear the Brisbane bench screaming. after the free kick that was not forthcoming. Now Ivanovic. His cross is a good one. Oh, and it's been spilt, and it's in the back of the net from Daryl Latchman. The big Dutchman with just his second ever A-League goal. Spilt by Holmes. We've been singing his praises. And turned home by the big Dutchman. Glory lead by a goal to nil.
Well, Jordan Holmes, he'll be disappointed with that one. But Ivanovic, that ball that he found across the face of the goal on the Harvey Norman replay here, that's a much better delivery, low and hard, difficult to judge. Holmes disappointed to bobble that one out, but Latchman has continued his run into the box, and who else to find him on the end of that toe poke into the back of the net. But Daryl Latchman and Perth Glory, well, Macedonia Park is happy with that one.
Well, Connor Chapman looked to react, but Latchman was there. And it was the former Brisbane man, Luke Ivanovic, that provided the cross as well. No Charlie Austin, of course, for Brisbane. The transfer window opens tomorrow in Australia for the A-League men's competition, so we know that they've been busily working away behind the scenes, Brisbane. They've lost a number of players. Perth Glory as well have seen players come in and out, but Brisbane surely to be active in this January transfer window, particularly up front.
Warren Moon has been pretty forward-leaning about the club's ambitions to bring in a striker, attacker to replace Charlie Austin or similar. Unsurprisingly so. We'll see that kind of announcement. You mentioned their transfer window opening tomorrow, so in the coming days, a lot of movement across the league.
Including one for Perth Glory that they've already signed. Adam Taggart will be available. This game coming just 1 day too soon, but in theory, Adam Taggart will be available, if fit, for the home match against Sydney on the 14th. Is the header from Knowles, helped on and onto the roof of the net by Courtney Perkins.
Well, it did look like it was in there for a moment. It rippled the net, but it was just the top over the crossbar, and Courtney Perkins, frustrated he couldn't drop that one just over the head of Cameron Cook there, but a little glancing header. It's a nice idea.
Meany reading the situation well. Just 20 seconds left. Is there time for one last attack for Brisbane to try and get back on level terms? Ryan Williams perhaps a little bit lucky to get away with that difficult chest control, but Joe Knowles couldn't take full advantage. It's half-time at Macedonia Park, and it's a rare goal, just the second in 3 seasons in A-League football for Daryl Latchman, that separates the two sides. Perth Glory 1, Brisbane Roar 0. And it's the visitors, Brisbane Roar, that get this second half underway. They are chasing the game as they go in search of that 9th match without defeat in the A-League season. To do it, Greyskill, they will have to get a shot on goal, on target. They've scored once in their last 5 matches. Brisbane, not a goal more, not a goal less. If they do it again tonight, they could get a draw from it, but they need 2 if they want to win.
They'll be looking to keep that record alive.
It's Armiento into the area, who's done that beautifully. driving the ball across the face of goal with real pace, and Jack Hingert was just arriving a little too late on the scene.
Speaking about keeping that record alive, Miento has absolutely lashed that across the face of the goal, and a lively start from Brisbane.
Well, they made a bright start to the first half. Brisbane created the running, took the game to the home side. That flame was quickly extinguished as the half went on, and Perth Glory, in the end, doing enough to steal a lead into the half-time break. And if possession for so much of the contest was locked at 50-50, Mileušnić, graceful footballer. Now Armiento on that left foot. And it does pack quite the punch. That left boot of Carlo Armiento, looking for his third in 4 games.
It's got some serious swerve on it, not dissimilar to the strike we saw from Armiento. Similar part of the field as well, just a couple of weeks ago. Really, really tough for a goalkeeper to judge on that flight of the ball. And Armiento loves a strike from that kind of range.
A little more urgency about Brisbane now as well, chasing the game. Here's Truant. Knowles, Courtney Perkins, intercepted by Ivanovic, but Courtney Perkins takes over. It's another foul by Luke Ivanovic.
Well, there's 2,000 as many minutes, and I mentioned just moments ago his somewhat tempting fate there. Certainly seen how far he can push Ben Abraham.
Free kick in a dangerous area. Carlo Armiento wants Jay O'Shea to come across and have a look at it. Now, is that just to... decided there's no angle in that for the Irishman. Armiento's ball to the back post is fantastic. And it's Connor Chapman who has scored for Brisbane Roar, and we are all square in a deathly silence around Macedonia Park. You just cannot discount this Brisbane Roar side.
Well, a delightful delivery there from Armiento. A beautifully whipped in ball. So we have a look here on the Harvey Norman replay. That is just a sublime delivery. Connor Chapman just needs to connect with that. Steer it into the back of the net, but the delivery, the ball from Armiento there is just a delight.
Connor Chapman's second ever A-League goal. Both of them have come against Perth Glory. The last was back for Melbourne City 6 years ago. And here's Jelicic. He knows what it's like to score a winning goal, which he did just 4 days ago, fouled by Mileušnić.
Just that arm across the shoulder there. Just enough to slow Jelicic down. And
now taken quickly. Katrumbas for Ryan Williams. Katrumbas closed down quickly by Armiento. That assist will have done his confidence the world of good. Not that it was low on confidence. Now Amini drives it in, it's deflected. And it came off, I think, Courtney Perkins and then Scott Neville. And into the back of the net. And barely minutes after conceding the equaliser, Perth Glory are back in front.
we just spoke about that, springing Perth to life, and what a way to respond. Really powerful play down the right-hand side. Ryan Williams looking really dangerous there. Let's have a look here on the Harvey Norman replay. This touch around just to create space for himself. This started the play. The clearance not quite doing enough, and Amini just have to be opportunistic on those ones, and that's a frustrating one for Neville. He'll be disappointed with that. He barely could sight vision of the ball, but that is so well struck there by Amini. That could go anywhere, and that's a strong response from the Perth Glory.
Well, sometimes you need a slice of good fortune. The original one was just about on target from Mustafa Amini, so he'll be trying to claim it, but it came off Courtney Perkins, was heading wide of the goal before that man, Scott Neville, got the final decisive touch. So an own goal sees Perth Glory back in front. Referee just allowing play to continue here as Henry Hoare. Henry Hoare's claiming he was fouled on the edge of the area, so better to take the advantage to there rather than for Carlo Armiento's foul. Well, we saw his delivery and how good it is. That one into the near post towards Neville. Henry Hoare back in. Perth get it clear. Armiento again, dispossessed by David Williams, the substitute. Now Jelicic. Strong challenge. That was Joe Knowles with that challenge, and a yellow card and a red card for Jay O'Shea.
It's fraying here for Brisbane Roar. A few questions being asked by the captain.
Well, where was the first yellow card for Jay O'Shea? We didn't see that. It was clearly yellow card, then red. I've got Mustafa Amini's yellow card in the first half. Jay O'Shea's asked the question. Zabala. With Jordan Holmes. Driving the ball forward. Colley's header. Going to have to do some defensive work, Giordano Colley, as well, if Brisbane, with 10 men, can continue to take this game, because it's been a bright response so far from Brisbane.
Yeah, look, I think it's been a really coolly managed response by the Roar so far. They're still looking to play, looking to create.
But it's a good ball in behind, using the pace of Douse. Turns back inside, needs support now. None coming, goes again, crosses. And it bounces off Scott Neville, who's wearing the captain's armband now. And behind for a corner.
It's a much more favourable deflection from Neville on that occasion, and I'm sure he would have breathed a sigh of relief as he saw that one go over the byline.
Uznic just forgetting that he's got to retreat the 10 yards from the corner as Colley takes it short. Shows Douse the line, which he dives into, and a free header for David Williams that he puts over the crossbar.
It's well worked there by Glory. Nice bit of play, good combination. Williams would have wanted to do better with that one.
Another of the players here who's up against his former club, David Williams. He scored against one of his former clubs already in a Perth shirt against Wellington. Akbari. Lofthouse again, nice turn. Looking for Akbari. Well read though by Clisby. Throw for Brisbane. We're into the second minute of 4 added minutes at the end of the 90. Chapman. He doesn't have the legs. And it's cleared away by Beavers. Holmes with Neville. The unlucky Scott Neville at the moment. As Kai Truant gives it away. Is it going to run out of play? No. And Clisby gives it away for an attacking throw for Brisbane. 2 minutes left. And again. The ladder as it stands. Perth on the charge up. And Melbourne victory and Western United. Two of the three Melbourne clubs that fought it out to the final day for the Premier's Plate last season find themselves 11th and 12th as it stands at the moment. Yellow card, Bodnar.
Just a heavy coming together of bodies there. Has checked the run, and do you think this is going to be one last-ditch effort for Brisbane Roar to try and equalise in? It's the last minute of stoppage time.
Well, Carlo Armiento would have fancied this one. So would Jay O'Shea. The latter sent off. The former replaced, and it's going to be a chance for Nikola Miliuznic to grab the glory here, so to speak. Miliuznic. Oh, so close! Well, that was spectacular. I thought that was in. We saw one of those free kicks in the Australia Cup from him. This. So close.
Oh, that would have been something super special there. True knuckleball. That's dropped really nicely, and just with the post to beat. God, what a strike there.
Well, he could hardly have hit it any better. And Brisbane's performance since the sending off of Jay O'Shea was just about worthy of an equalising goal. They've certainly restricted Perth in an attacking sense. And here goes Miliuznic again. Is there one last trick in this one? Lofthouse can't get there. Who will it fall to? It's all over. And Perth hang on despite an almighty scare with that 94th minute free kick. They worked so hard. Kai Truant, an illustration of that, the disappointment for Brisbane Roar, who suffered just their second loss of the season. But for Perth Glory, it's all smiles. Is Macedonia Park going to be the home where the heart is for them this season? They're 4 matches here undefeated, 3 wins and a draw, back-to-back wins for the first time this season. The Glory are on the charge. It's finished here. Perth 2, Brisbane 1.